What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of The Scoop on the U. I got a very special guest, the next up-and-coming high school football showcase in Miami-Dade County. I got Ernesto with me from MRE Recruiting. Ernesto, how are you doing today, sir?
How's it going? Hope everyone is having a good day and happy early New Year. I'm doing
Hey,
good.
thank you for joining us this evening, man. It's New Year's Eve. In about 6 hours, roughly, it'll be the new year. Ernesto, how is it going for MRE Recruiting? I know you're doing it at a very young age, and you're blowing up, man. You're doing great things.
Well, as of right now, MRE is doing fine. I'm having an NFL Hall of Famer come to my event.
Yeah.
The community is welcome to see it. It's free for the public, So if you want to bring your kids that would want to hear someone like Terrell Owens speak, your kids are more welcome to come. It's for the public, for the community. And what MRE Recruiting is all about, it's about hosting sport events in the South Florida area. And I always have college coaches there to scout the high school athletes that sign up for my events to, earn a chance to earn a scholarship.
Yeah, absolutely. And where did the idea of the MRE Recruiting Showcase, where did it come from? Because I know you're very young. You're local. You went to Miami Senior High School. What's the story behind that?
Well, when I was a senior, it's something that came unexpectedly, to be honest. I was just a senior in high school, and my friend was an all-state quarterback. Right, I was a track kid. I told him, "Hey, man, I'm gonna help you. You my guy. I'm gonna do whatever to help you. Get to the next step." And he took my offer, and I helped him out with a junior college. It was a top 5 school where they did Last Chance U. And then all the seniors were like, "Oh," and my senior class was like, "Oh, who helped you?" He said it was me. I helped all of them. Then people started getting out my numbers. I didn't appreciate that, so I just made a page, and the page, I just started helping out kids. It's all the love for it. My passion
Right.
is what took me to where I'm at today.
Absolutely.
And a year ago when I did my first ever combine, my showcase, Brian Rockpo, 4-time Pro Bowler, was my special guest. And now, on my second one, which is on January 30th, NFL Hall of Famer Terrell Owens will be in attendance as my guest speaker.
Ernesto, how did you develop that relationship with Terrell Owens? Like you mentioned, NFL Hall of Famer. You're a young guy in this industry. You're coming up. Where did you two just cross paths and kick it off? Because I know you do have a very close relationship with T.O.
Yeah.
And, you guys go up, play one-on-one basketball against each other, go at it a lot. So how did you guys cross paths?
Well, my professor from high school, right? His name is Freddie Riguera, who used to be a coach in Miami High with Frank Martin back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Apparently he doesn't coach anymore. He's just a professor at Miami High. And, me and Fred Riguera were just talking, in life you got to be humble because you never know who can help you. And
Yeah.
I just met Fred. I thought he was a cool guy. He thought I was a cool kid. And then, me and Fred developed a great relationship. And, one day Fred's like, "Hey, man, you want to play basketball with T.O.?" I'm like, "Oh, T.O.?" I'm like, "The football player?" He's like, "Yeah, man. You want to play?" I'm like, "Sure, I'll play," So then he tells me to come with him. And then T.O. comes. And, I was acting cool, and then, T.O. asked me for my name. My name's Ernesto. And then, Fred Riguera, my professor, he wasn't my professor, but he was just a professor around Miami High, but he was not as a coach. And, he put a good word for me. "Oh, Ernie has something going on." This is when I just began the MRE page. I helped a few kids already. I didn't even do my first combine yet. I was just a freshman in college. I was 19 years old. And, he asked me for my name and stuff. And then Fred put the good word for me. And then from there, the relationship just established.
Yeah, and here we are, modern day. You're going to do showcase January 30th at Ives Estates Park. I believe that's
by
North
Dr.
Miami
Crop.
Beach.
Yeah, that's by Dr. Crop.
Okay, yeah, so that's near Dr. Crop High School.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's going to be on January 30th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's going down. Tell us about, the showcase. What recruits are you bringing in? Or is it from the South Florida area, Broward County? Or are you concentrating with Miami-Dade high school football players?
Well, I'm focused with anyone that needs the help. If it's Dade area, they can come. If it's Broward area or up north, more up north, they're welcome to come. I'm all about helping the people. Yes, I do. I am focusing on bringing in good players, and I just posted the flyer yesterday, so I can't really tell who's coming. But I've received a bunch of phone calls, and I'm just ready to make the showcase great.
Do you have high school coaches as well helping out with the showcase? And what high schools are they coming from?
Well, I have a few coaches that contacted me that want to volunteer at the event, and a few coaches contacted me already saying, hey, they already sent it out to the kids. They're gonna speak to them, and I'm gonna send it out to more. Well, I know mostly all the coaches from South Florida area. So once the New Year is over, I'll send it out to them so they can have a chance to speak to their kids and stuff. Because right now, it's before New Year's, so they're gonna just with their family and stuff. So I'm just waiting.
Absolutely, Ernesto. What kind of drills do these players go through in your showcase that you guys focus in on?
Well, when the showcase starts, we do the names. And then we're going to have the bench press. And then, we do what college coaches want to see. And what do college coaches want to see? They want to see, like, how do they move? How the direction? Like, basically things that a college coach would want to see. And then from there, we do one-on-ones. The lineman, O-line, and D-lineman one-on-ones. And then receiver and DBs one-on-ones.
Absolutely. No, you told me previously before we went on live, there will be college coaches in attendance, and they also, if they're not going to be there, because a lot of Power 5 schools in January, it's going to be tough for them to make it out.
Yeah,
there'll be a lot of G5 schools. What schools do you plan on seeing in attendance, and then what schools have you been in contact with regarding the showcase?
Well, a few coaches already confirmed with me, like Southern University, a low D1 AA, ASA Miami.
Yeah, junior college.
Yeah, and a couple of D2s up north, and more school, and then there's more schools that wanted to attend, but they just can't due to COVID.
Right.
So they told me, this is over 10 schools, by the way. They told me, hey, listen, man, since we can't come, we would like a prospect sheet for the athletes that sign up for that event.
Right.
And they would just want me to highlight the names for the guys that I think can fit in their program, and I'll just send it to them once the event is over.
Absolutely.
So I'm not just helping these kids when they come to my event, I'm helping them after as well. I'm all about helping the community and the kids, because parents drive far. There's going to be parents that come from Tampa, from different states, or Jacksonville. They drive far. So I got to help them.
No doubt about it. Absolutely. I think you're doing a great job for the high school football community in the state of Florida, not just in Miami-Dade or in South Florida. Ernesto, what high school coaches are you in daily contact with, that you've made a personal relationship with through this showcase?
Well, I met a lot of coaches, a lot of high school coaches, and I'm all about, helping them, basically helping their kids out. And what I like to do is I like to develop relationships with all high school coaches, because you never know when they can have a good player, that's really good, and they can come by to the event.
Yeah, absolutely. And, have you been watching a lot of high school football this past season that just recently ended?
Yeah.
You have to, to keep in track who's coming in.
I got to see who's good. I got to develop a relationship with the coaches, so when I have an event, hey, look, this date, your kid, stuff like that.
Right. Absolutely. What high school teams do you think are on the rise in Miami-Dade County, or just up and coming prospects that you've seen play?
Well, to me, Miami Central, I feel like they're going to go for a third Pete.
Really? Interesting. Yeah.
Young Catholic. They're going to go for a third Pete.
And Hialeah?
Yeah. Miami Northwestern. If they beat American Heritage, they can walk the states. That's the only team they got to worry about. American Heritage. If they beat American Heritage, they're winning states. So that's basically the state game, but in a playoff game.
What I want to pick your brain. Do you know about the quarterback Carson Haggard out of Gulliver Prep?
Yeah, at Gulliver. Yeah, he
plays
William and Mary.
Yeah, he's around 5'10", 5'11". I had their 7-on-7 Miami Immortals, I think it's called. Their football coach, one of their assistant coaches on the show, and he said Carson Haggard, if he grows to get over 6'2", gets a little growth spurt, he said he can pull some Power 5 offers.
Yeah, he could actually. Yeah, that's the only thing about Carson, that he's a little short. But if he was taller, oh man, he'll have way more looks. I agree with this coach.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you work with 7-on-7 coaches as well, Ernesto, or keep in contact, or is that kind of a different ball game?
To be honest, I'm gonna be honest with you here. More states, like out of state 7-on-7s, they most likely contact me more than local ones. I mean, I wouldn't mind helping local ones. It's just the out of state ones are the ones that know me more. But I wouldn't mind helping the local ones.
Gotcha. Yeah, of course, absolutely. Ernesto, what Division I programs have you been in contact with, and have they made a good impression around you, and maybe are making some moves in the South Florida area?
I talked a lot to Wake Forest.
Wake Forest, yeah, that's an up and coming program.
Yeah, they're gonna wait for. They're looking forward to my prospect sheet. I talked a lot to Wake Forest, Alabama State. I mostly talk with a lot of low D1 AA schools.
Right.
Those are my mainly relationships, but P5s, I just keep networking and doing what it takes to help these kids.
Who's the coach from Wake Forest that you talked to specifically?
His name is Devin Santana.
Devin Santana. Okay, is he locally from Miami?
He's originally from Tampa.
Okay, from Tampa. Okay, so Florida guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so he knows how important is South Florida high school football.
Yeah, basically what I hear from coaches, if you can recruit Florida, you can recruit anywhere.
Yeah, it's just hard because everybody wants to recruit in Florida,
Yeah, because it's speed.
So, Ernesto, have you worked with the University of Miami staff at all, or FIU local schools?
So I know a couple coaches from FIU. I know Renner. I know Coach Renner. He's the cornerback coach, but he's also he's also a quarterback coach too. If you didn't know, James Morgan thanked them for preparing him.
He's pretty good. Yeah, he got drafted by the Jets.
Yeah, I'm also going to be sending them the spreadsheet. And from I know Coach Hippolyte, who used to be the head coach at Carolina. Yeah. And then he was the OC at Florida Memorial for a little bit, but
absolutely
started. And then he got the job at UM.
Yeah. What can you say about Coach Hippolyte at the University of Miami? What he brings to the football program there?
Well, what I believe he brings to the table, he's just around the community. He knows, just coming from inner city places in Miami, I just feel like he knows how to talk to the kids. He knows where they come from.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, local guy from Miami, like you said, even the collegiate level, trying to move up. I think that was a great addition to the staff. And correct me if I'm wrong, did he coach at Carroll City Senior High School?
Yeah, he was the head coach.
He was the head coach.
Yeah, he has some players there. Like a couple of them went to UM.
Okay, absolutely, yeah. Ernesto, have you checked out Northwestern's quarterback? I'm thinking of his name right now.
He's a freshman right now.
Oh, he's a sophomore, underclassman. What are your thoughts about him as a quarterback? I know a lot of people have been mentioning his name as someone to look out for in the near future. What do you think about him?
Well, I do believe, him being on a program like Miami Northwestern.
Yeah.
I do believe schools will keep an eye on him. I just hope he grows a little bit more, because they might, if he wants to play quarterback at the next level and make schools want to pull the trigger. If anything, they'll just, when he graduates, they'll just try to make him play another position like they did with Tutu Atwell.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. No doubt about it. Ernesto, are you watching some college football this season?
Yeah, I remember I told you UM was going to be over 500.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how do you think UM finished? I mean, it's been a rocky start. It's never good to finish the season with 2 losses. What do you think about UM moving forward?
Well, I do give them props. They were better than last year, but UM football, how UM football is, how it is. It's all about winning national titles. You know how they were in the 90s, early 2000s, so many Diaz being at UM, it's a lot of, you have to do better than that. I do give him props that, he is, but he did do better than last year, but you're at UM, it's more than just having a good record. It's about winning. Absolutely.
No doubt about it. And do coaches in the high school level, do they talk about, collegiate coaches and kind of, oh man, this guy, University of Florida, hey, that program's headed in the right direction. Florida State, give them another year, or don't go to Florida. You know, is there talk around Manny Diaz as a head coach, and kind of is there like just a reputation? Maybe things are going in the right direction amongst high school coaches.
Well, as a kid, you first look at, how can you fit in that program, and if you're gonna play, and if that guy can coach, and how
Right,
can he develop
absolutely.
you. So, yes, coaches do think that. That at the end of the day, the coaches want what's best for their kids.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah. So I just go from there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's about developing good connections with the high school coaches as well.
Yeah,
Not
you're right
burning
about
those
that.
bridges, because, if you don't get along with the high school coach, it goes down. He's not going to recommend his player to come play for you. And that's something we've seen everywhere in college football. Not to name a specific name in general, but it has happened in the past. Ernesto, MRE Recruiting Showcase, Ives Estates Park, North Miami Beach. Where can people find more information regarding this matter, and is it open to the public?
So yeah, like I said, the athletes that want to be in the event, that are participating in the event, those are the only ones we're charging. But the public that want to see and hear T.O. speak when he's speaking to them, they're welcome to come. Right. It's free. It's all about community, and if they want to bring a brother or a cousin, or older friend or family member, they're welcome to come hear that
and
as well.
Terrell Owens will be there, and you can go. It's for free for the public, and you can potentially meet Terrell Owens as well.
Yeah.
You can
it's
hear
all about it's to inspire and give back to the community.
Absolutely. Love it. And it will be January 30th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Yes, absolutely.
And how many – go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, and the flyer is on our MRE page.
MRE. What's the Twitter handle?
Twitter and Instagram handle is MRE_recruiting. And I just want to say thank you to DWC Marketing for the amazing flyer that they did, because it caught an eye.
Yeah, and I will put the flyers, the profile picture for this video as well. They did a tremendous job. Man, MRE Recruiting, January 30th, Ives Estates Park in North Miami. Terrell Owens is going to be there. Some of the best future high school football prospects in South Florida, in the state of Florida. We'll be doing a showcase with Ernesto. And this is your second showcase, I believe?
Yeah. The first one was with Brian Rockpo.
Yeah. What's your plan after this? Just want to specifically...
Well, at the end of the day, people want to get to the next step, just, connecting with people and just advancing to the next step. So I'm just using my resources to put me in a better position with life,
Yeah, absolutely. And you're also working on you also have a coaches tribute podcast as well you've been working on. You've had a lot of great guests come on the show, had NFL head coaches, college football coaches as well. Working on that. So you're doing a great job networking, Ernesto. I think, the sky's the limit for you, man. Just keep hustling, keep grinding, and success will come. And you'll be definitely, you're up and coming right now, but you'll be one of the top football showcases in the state of Florida in no time.
Appreciate that, Paul. Means a lot.
Anytime, Ernesto. Thank you so much for coming on, man. I greatly appreciate your time. January 30th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., Ives Estates Park in North Miami. MRE Recruiting Showcase. Terrell Owens is going to be there. It's free to the public. And this is going to be some of the best high school football prospects in the state of Florida going at it. I love it. Ernesto, have a happy new year, man. Many blessings and stay safe.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
All right, man. Peace.